of your person.
Yes, oh, I like that.
That's beautiful.
Person.
You know, I saw something very similar to this on one of the shows on Netflix called How to Build a Sex Room. I think.
Yes, yes.
And I thought, you haven't seen
It's
it?
fantastic.
Yeah,
It's
great
fantastic.
show. It's
I'll watch it.
amazing.
Okay.
I binged that show, and I really liked that show because it brought all types of relationships into the mix. It had one gay, one straight, one trans, one lesbian, interracial, all of it. And I just love the diversity. I love diversity. But one of the things of the activities in there was a boudoir photo shoot.
Yep.
And the way that the participants were able to, you know, rediscover themselves.
Yeah.
And like you said, seeing yourself from a different lens, which is from a different perspective, allows you to be more self-aware. I work in the corporate world, and part of public speaking is to actually record yourself speaking. It's way different than a selfie cam. Because in a selfie cam, you're analyzing what you're doing and you're adjusting yourself as you're doing it.
Yeah.
But if you turn the camera around and you don't look at yourself, that's what people see.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can start being mindful of that. And when it comes to sexuality and self-love, I think that's a great practice. So
Yeah.
thank you for doing what you do.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, this is just so intriguing. You know, you've taken like the idea of the nude to like the nude. It's like nice and like it's
The
kind of
nude.
more elevated, you know? Like, I don't know, because I feel like sometimes nudes can be so plain and vanilla that there's so much you can do with like an arm. And I'm 6'4", and even my arms are a challenge, so I cannot imagine being like 5'8", trying to get that like perfect angle when it's like, spend a few $100s, you can really do some like magic with a camera in your body and an angle, some good lighting, some interesting lighting. You can really like mix it up. Cause I don't know, like, have you ever been on like a dating app and you're like swiping left and right, like, and I was like that one, and like, whoo.
Booty hole, booty hole, booty hole.
Girl, no, I'm on Tinder, not Grindr.
We
More
just
like
made the grinder comment
I
earlier.
You
said
said
dating
Grindr.
apps. I said dating apps. I thought.
Maybe we just heard
earlier.
Grindr.
Child, that was off-air comment, but I don't know. It's just nice when like you're looking at someone, looking at content online, whether it's on a dating app or screening people that you may want to ask on a date on Instagram, and it's like you have like a high-quality 1080p 4K picture of your tits and abs and whatever. It makes it a little bit more enticing than when it's like you took it with your iPhone 11 Pro Max 3 years ago
Well,
in
it's
your
like
bathroom.
an investment. Someone that
Yes.
said, I care about
Yeah.
investing in how I look and how I'm seen. And I think, like you said, that can go both ways. That can be a really healthy thing, and it can be a really unhealthy thing. But most people, I don't know, have considered that this type of photography really can be healing and really elevate your connection to self. And I'm hoping to bring awareness to that, and excited to see what you guys end up feeling like your experience was.
I love
Yeah,
that.
I was excited about this because in our series around You Are Valuable, the concept of kind of sitting and spending some time with your sexuality and letting yourself enjoy and love your sexuality. A lot of us were taught a lot of shame around it. And so I thought this could be a really cool way to explore with our audience and live, kind of see some pictures. We've never seen these pictures before and kind of share with you all. So the psychology of it, I was excited to explore.
Boudoir psychology, I love it.
Right. So we're actually gonna flip the script a little bit.
Okay.
And Dante is gonna take us through and be our guide through the rest of the show.
Okay, come on this experience as we dive through the ins and outs of a boudoir photo shoot. So, jumping into this thing, when you guys decided that you wanted to do a boudoir photo shoot, what were some of your like expectations you had, like going into what do you think it was going to look like and feel like for you?
So for me, I'll answer that I purposefully didn't think too much about it. So I used to be really like extremely health conscious, very much like had a very strict regimen with myself. And I, through COVID, started to let myself be more relaxed and allow myself to exercise and eat when I felt appropriate, right? So still have an exercise regimen, but not as aggressive, eat more when I like. And I thought going in, I was like, you know what? I want to love myself as I am, not as someone that has to create a lot to get to that. So I didn't think too much, picked the outfits out the day before, but my expectations were that I would be surprised, that I would feel uncomfortable, and then I would learn something. So that was kind of how I went into it. And I will say this, I had done the AI app right before. So and it actually helped boost my confidence in general. Like I was like, hey, Helmut, you know, you are beautiful and you are. So the AI app as a little bit of a precursor, I would say just gave me a little bit of a like, you know what, you're a good looking guy. And that was a good attitude going into the photo shoot. I feel like, so those are my expectations.
Give you a boost of confidence.
A little,
that artificial confidence. That sounds bad. Not artificial confidence, but artificial confidence, honey. It turns into something real.
Yeah.
My expectations, I don't know what my expectations were. Actually, part of my expectations actually didn't come into fruition because you mentioned about when you told me what it was about. It was you asked me to get some gender bending outfits, and I didn't know what to bring. I don't have much of that, but I did have a bedazzly piece top that I like. And I thought it was just going to be a fun photo shoot. I've done photo shoots before. I haven't done them in a while, and I was a little bit insecure. I did have a lot of different outfits that I haven't worn in a while, but I've been very busy with work. And I told Catherine when I was there that, you know, in gay society, or at least in my world, a lot of my confidence comes from an outside source.
That makes sense.
And I mean, they always say, like, when you're raising your kids, you know, give them positive reinforcement, boost their ego, you know, make them feel like, you know, they're worth it. And a lot of my confidence comes from outside source, going out, being around friends, them telling me how I look, and I haven't been out in a while. I've just been stuck at work. And so I've lost a lot of my confidence before this session. So I was looking to regain that confidence.
Oh, well, look at that. You kind of went in with like a mission, like, we're going to go in here, bitch, and I'm going to have my bedazzled gender-bending top on, and I'm going to come out on the other side like I'm that bitch. I like that.
I was excited.
Yeah, that's what was interesting is we kind of talked about bringing stuff and exploring different parts of your sexuality and how you want to be seen. But really what Daniel told me was, I feel very masculine and I present with a lot of masculinity, and so we didn't spend a lot of time exploring more like feminine type of energy because that wasn't what you wanted to do with the time. And so we put on, you know, I think one of the pictures that we'll get to look at does include that fantastic piece, which I love. But, you know, you always want, I'm not trying to make a shoot about me putting my perspective on somebody else. It's really, I want you to come in and tell me where you're at, and then kind of come in and align with the energy that you're talking about and the energy that you're presenting, and sort of bring it all together and offer you yourself, but as art at the end of the shoot. That's the goal.
Oh, I love all of this. We all dived into it. You're going with your side of it's kind of like, I'm coming out like, boom, I'm that bitch. I did this AI before I came in here. So what I can look like, I want to extract that when I get behind this camera. And you're the other kind of like, I want to go in there kind of like a blank slate. Like, it's been a minute. I want to like, do I still have it?
Yeah.
So it's like, and doing that, how do you feel on either side of it? What was it like going through, bringing in all these different outfits and exploring your sexuality? How did you feel about it?
It was nice. You know, at the beginning, I was a little bit insecure, like I said before. But Catherine was so amazing. And actually, another insecurity I had, I've never been photographed by a female.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't
Really?
know
It made you
this.
more insecure to like, I feel like it would break it down kind of.
So, and I actually, so the takeaway was that I actually enjoyed it. I don't know if it was Catherine or being with a female, or I always been photographed by a male, usually a gay male, and this time was a female. But this female was so great at really making me feel sexy, sexier than any guy has ever made me feel.
Oh, good.
I didn't book you a shoe.
Check it out.
Okay.
Women work.
She's got the magic click.
She's a great coach. She knows where the light hits the right angles.
Wow.
She wants to make you look like a work of art, because you are, right? Like we are works of art. And everything we do every day molds who we are as a person, how we are physically. And so we are all creations of what we do. And she brings it out. She brings out the beauty, and I loved it. I loved the experience.
Oh, I love that.
I can't find all the words.
Yeah.
They're somewhere.
I have
but-
to say, I also loved it. I went in. She gives you little bubbles at front, which I always love a good bubble, and the little snacks too
Like
to
bubbles?
drink, bubbles to drink. Just a
Oh,
little
champagne.
something.
It's like
Cut the
let's blow
heads
some
off,
bubbles.
little champagne.
A little party.
And I'd say my outfits went from like, less revealing to like more revealing. And I loved it. And I kept finding myself like delightfully like at one moment we're outside, it's freezing cold, and I'm doing a model moment that I feel like I'm back in New York where I did something similar, and you're cold and freezing, but you're excited
You were a model back in the day,
you're doing
girl?
something once. So,
Jawline,
but
it
like
was.
then all of a sudden you're like on the table, like you're like I'm right. We got on a table at one point, and I was crawling on the floor, like, and I just got I got excited and I got into it. And I will say that exactly what you said. I loved and felt very secure with a female photographing me. I also felt like she was very direct, like, move your body this way. That angle is hot. And I was just like, oh my God, that feels so nice. Like someone's telling me what to do. I'm not a model. So it was really great to have all that feedback. And I would recommend that part was just really great. And it felt, it didn't feel weird to have even the camera up in some spaces. I'm sure we're not going to show all the things, but just close to places that I would not have ever asked someone to, and she was just like, this could be a really good picture. And I was like, okay, let's do it.
So are we going to see any of these pictures?
Yes, we are.
Coming up soon, we
It's
will.
time.
All right, well, now that we've had this discussion about his crotch and his old pictures back when he was in New York and crawling on tables, which I cannot wait to see, and your sexy, revealing pictures of who we are now. I can't wait to see these. Let's take a look.
The winter bod.
Come on, winter bods are good.
All right, picture one.
Let's see. Are we're gonna show up
All
here?
right.
Oh my gosh,
Ooh, you look
hello.
great.
This gives me like
You
Look at the
see my
shadow.
butt? My butt's sticking out.
His
It's
butt,
assless
like, he's
shadow.
Oh, it's assless.
yes.
Okay.
That was such a trick. You
oh,
turned
that's
around.
booty.
Yes,
Okay,
booty.
good. I was like, it's kind of flat there. No, that's your ass. Okay, that makes sense. I
I
like
love
it.
the black and white, and then the shadow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Beautiful.
but Daniel's eye gaze in it. I mean, we
Yeah.
can look at him big after.
Is there like a
before,
close up
but
of
oh
this
my
picture?
gosh.
Because like,
Yeah, his face is fantastic in it.
all right, next
All
picture.
right, next.
Yes,
Ooh.
how
All
moves.
right, city
Yes.
lights.
Look at that look.
I feel like this brings like your inner
I like
Latina
it.
kind of like I'm really getting
Yeah.
like the full mood experience here.
I like it.
And the city in the background too.
It's pretty. I like that. Thank you. All right, what's next?
Now we're just gonna turn that volume up. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Daniel.
Now that's an assless chap. That's
Look at
everything.
Wait, but you see that background? That
The
that
lighting?
wall?
The way the light is
Oh,
hitting
look
your
at the boot.
arm.
The booty looks amazing too. That lighting's just a little kiss.
Little kiss on the booty.
I love the shadow in the arm, the way it kind of like even in the darkness, you kind of see like the sculpting of your body.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
gorgeous.
Okay.
Quads look great. Oh, I love this one with helmet.
Oh, have y'all seen the newest season of American Horror Story?
No.
Oh, y'all gotta tell me. You're the main character, girl.
Really? Oh, I love
yes.
that. I love that. What's it called? The shadow. It's really pretty.
That
Same.
shadow, I love
It's
that.
strong.
Come on,
harness.
Miss Muscle.
It's strong. I like it.
Oh,
a
I'm
lot.
loving these. You rounded it up, girl.
Yeah, your eyes are fierce in it too. Fantastic.
I'll zoom in on that later.
All right, next picture.
All right,
Hope-
what's next?
hope nobody's gonna
Yes,
get in trouble.
Daddy.
Okay.
This is gonna be Lady Gaga music video in 2009. I am living for this.
No,
This
it's
is
not.
everything.
This is you.
Cute.
Wait, is there like a door in the way? What is
It's
that?
like we're looking in. It's very voyeuristic.
Wow.
It is.
Yeah.
You created a moment. right
this
there.
is very Gaga. Like you were in a Gaga video on this.
I
I'm
know.
living.
This,
Yeah.
that one's V hot.
Yeah, okay. All right, next. Okay, this is me in
Ooh,
underwear.
Chile.
I love
Okay, and
it.
I so don't mind this.
Ooh.
I love
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Moment.
We are bearing it
Arms,
all.
Your veins in your
Yes.
hands.
I love it.
Welcome to the Gaily
I
Bills,
would not
honey.
think I would like it, but yes, I do.
Ooh.
That's really good.
Love, love, love.
Oh, yes, back.
Okay.
Yes.
Strong.
I think we should have put a rating before this episode.
No.
Wow.
Like a little.
Episode is rated.
I feel like I need to go to the gym now. You bitches look good.
Right.
Right?
Okay,
Oh.
let's do next. Let's go. Let's go.
Amazing.
Okay, we got
Let's
dad
do
and
it.
socks.
Yes.
Yes. I love it.
Child.
I'm
Dinner's
living for
in the
these
fridge,
socks.
babe.
Remember, where those are your
Oh my God,
those
we
are
were-
those are her roller skating socks, which was just hilarious to throw those on, but it went cute with
Oh
the
my gosh,
singlet.
I
So
loved the singlet.
that was so fun.
Leotard tees.
Oh my gosh, officer.
Okay, police.
Oh, what was it? Yes,
How fast
arrest
was I
me.
going?
I want you to arrest me.
Do you want to get taken down to the
A
precinct?
cop in a harness, honey.
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
You know what
Love it.
I like about this experience is that these images or these outfits that are highly sexualized, you know, in these moments are so artistic, right?
They are.
Like, you can see so much emotion in the
This,
photo.
just beauty photography. I love it. You are an
It really
incredible
is.
photographer.
Oh, thank you.
Like this is child. Yes.
That really
Obsessed.
is.
Amazing.
Okay,
Oh,
here we
gosh.
go. Yes.
You introduced
okay.
me to
Look
the
at that.
singlet.
I know. And I'm so giving me my dad bod, and I'm loving this. Like
Oh my
I
gosh,
feel
I
like
love it.
I feel like handsome and cute.
Well, and then all of them
I
are
like the
very
black and
barrel
white.
chested.
Yeah.
I'm sort of like, oh my gosh,
What's a
somebody
barrel
tie me
chest?
to the railroad so Helmut can save me.
I've never heard the
Yeah.
term barrel chest.
Yeah, it's like the architecture
Come on,
chest.
barrel chest.
I've also have like sticky out ribs,
Yeah.
but I love it.
Ribs.
Sticky out ribs.
Okay, Daniel.
Okay.
Yes, that looks
Give
great.
me
Your
a thumb.
skin looks incredible here.
Right?
Wow.
I don't want to
Glowing.
see you flip that one for me.
Did you have like? Did y'all do like
Can
body
we get
makeup?
another
Your
booty
Get another
moment?
booty shot. Yeah.
Yes,
complexion
yes.
is great.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, this singlet is getting a lot of play. Oh, the mouth go. Yes,
Yes.
honey, she is capital H.
It is interesting.
You spell the rest. I love that.
I like the
Love.
teeth. I like.
Girl,
the
this needs to be
teeth.
on your profile. You know, honey.
How did you
Right, right,
feel
right.
Swipe left,
making
swipe right.
that pose?
I felt so like it was so
Like,
fun to like
it's
I would
playful,
never
right?
like even like pulling down something that far for me. I'm
You're conservative.
so conservative and prudish in some ways. When I'm in the bedroom, totally different story. But to do that and actually be like, okay, we're gonna put these pictures on the screen. That's like way out there. For
This
me.
is. I'm proud of you though. Knowing you
Yeah.
like this is like.
Yeah, I know. I like
Yes.
it's a big thing for me. So
Are you going to
feels
share
good.
these with your children?
Well, if they're watching
You're
this.
watching. You're watching this.
Listen, my daughter reminded me
That's
she's
right.
seen more.
If you are a baby doll, this is not the episode for you.
Yeah, we're pretty naked.
Right.
at
Oh,
home.
shut the
Here's
fuck
our-
up. I
here's our
love this.
sparkly
Excuse my
moment.
language.
Oh, I
Daniel,
love it.
Daniel, you saw that shirt?
Yeah.
I might want to borrow that one
That-
day. I love
It was
this.
fun.
It's
That's
made by someone
beautiful.
here in Atlanta.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know
It's
Stevie?
gorgeous.
Yes.
Stevie made that.
Oh my
I love
God.
that.
Really?
Talent.
It's
The
fantastic.
colors, the background, all of
We need to
it.
All
let
right.
him in on the pics too. Oh my gosh,
Let's
here was
love
your
that
model
one.
New York moment.
Oh yeah, this is like okay.
Coming
yeah.
up, coming up.
Okay,
Yeah,
model New
next.
York.
All right.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh my
So it
gosh.
was
Yes.
freezing.
That's when you were
so it's like I'm freezing.
Yeah, you can see
Y'all
the colors, like,
outside.
raining.
Yes, we're outside.
Honey.
Oh, wow.
I love it
Full
though.
moment.
It's so nice.
Yes.
It's definitely
I like
giving
the
abs in that
graininess.
one.
The graininess of the picture. It adds some like texture.
Very
Necessary
Manhattan.
texture. Woo!
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes!
Don't forget to floss.
Honey, the booty is out.
I love it. Oh my gosh, that's a
I'm so
good
glad I was
picture.
finally able to wear that.
Alexa,
I
play-
don't know what it's called. A singlet? But
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know
a
about
thonglet?
A piece of fabric.
Yeah.
Fabric.
All you need. I love
A
it.
suggestion is what it is.
Yeah.
Can be a crop top, but make it a
That's
thong.
nice.
Okay.
That's
Alexa,
Told the
play
designer.
Booty by J-Lo.
Right.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yes.
All
Ass.
right. All right,
Come on, when did you
Booty.
get an ass like that, girl?
Right. Have you not been looking?
Child, please.
That's
Good.
voyeuristic too. How did
Oh, yeah.
you do the voyeuristic
I love
shot?
the blue and
Do I
the.
have experience as a voyeur, honey?
I just know how to. I know how to be a creep, you guys.
I love it.
Oh.
No, I scream.
Oh.
when we
I
go
love
down,
that. You look fantastic. I
This
love
is giving me very like
Freckles on your shoulders.
a
Mhm.
spa or a salon.
Understated sexy.
That's what
Love
she
it.
was focusing on. She told me, I want to capture these freckles.
Your facial
so-
architecture is
And
amazing.
so, like, she was very good at, pointing out certain things that maybe you don't appreciate about
Yeah.
yourself or even consider,
Yeah.
and saw the, like, beauty and the art in it, and pulled it out.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think we have one more. Yeah.
Mhm, yeah, one more. I love
Time
this
for the
one.
finale,
All right.
honey. Woo!
All right.
This is it. This is the money
Two
shot.
more. Two more. Okay.
Baby,
Oh.
you need to put this on any dating app. This is the picture.
Oh, this is it? This is
Yes.
it? I
Yes.
feel great in it.
So
This is the see. This is the
strong.
part where we were like crawling on the ground and
Oh,
doing
yes.
all kinds of stuff.
I can't wait to see the calling on the ground
On the
pics. Put that on the
table.
app to get those after
All
show,
those
honey.
things.
All right, one more.
Oh,
This is
yes.
so good.
Ooh,
I love the
love
light.
this.
I love it. City.
This is there's like a still from a music video. I like you. You would be great in a music video. If I ever become an artist, like you've got to be there,
Aw.
like front and center.
Of course I'd
Seriously.
be right there with you.
I love
I
it.
love it.
were
Well, honey,
great.
those were all the
Thank
pictures.
y'all.
I hope y'all enjoyed them.
Yes,
Oh.
absolutely.
Good job,
Well
good job.
done. It's like so tough to be vulnerable and show up and bear it all. But I think I hope everyone has the experience that you find out, oh my gosh, this can actually be a really fun, safe space. And wow, I am outrageously good looking. That's what I
Y'all
want
are.
people to walk away feeling after their shoot.
All right, so I think it's time for the call to Kiki.
Yes. Dolls everywhere unite. It's the call to Kiki.
All right, so this call to Kiki is brought to you by Lost and Found Youth. You can check them out at lnfy.org. Lost and Found Youth is an organization here in Atlanta that helps to care for, feed, educate, house youth from age 18 to 25. They really would appreciate your donation. Just go to lnfy.org and there's a big old donate button, and you are not going to regret that dollar spent. Also, we want to thank RS Andrews, rsandrews.com, where you can get all your HVAC needs met.
Yes.
They are still a great sponsor for us, as well as Peachtree
Peachtree Framers.
Peachtreeframers.com, who also sponsor us. So thanks to all of those great organizations.
Yes. All right. So it's been a while since I've done a call to Kiki, and I really miss this like moment of reflection. And this episode kind of ties into something I tweeted earlier. I love to tweet, and I'm getting back into like myself and my inner thoughts. And something I tweeted today, I said, it's okay to be kind and show grace, P.S., for yourself as well. And I think listening to you guys' testimonies about your photo shoot and the kind of mind frame you had going into it, whether it was great or a little bit lower or whatever, somewhere in between, and going into it, having the expectation, coming out on the other side, feeling like, wow, I'm beautiful, wow, the way I present myself matters to not only the world, but to myself. And kind of taking that moment to have a second to say, like, look at yourself, not only from that selfie lens of being able to constantly correct, it's kind of say, pause, as I'm presenting is enough, and it's great, and it's good, regardless of what angle, what kind of lighting, what kind of costume you put on. You, in your most bare naked moments, same as in your most costumed moments, you're still yourself, and you're still beautiful, and like, you should learn to love and appreciate that, because it's like, it's what you are, it's how you are, it does not change. So in thinking on that, what would you say you learned from this photo shoot, walking away from it?
For me, was it for me or yeah?
You, Daniel, sorry.
No.
Throughout the rotation.
Well, I learned, to your point, how beautiful I am. It sounds cocky, but
No, it doesn't. It's beautiful.
there's a deeper message here. I promise. My whole life, I'm looking to find a source of accomplishment in the outside things that I do. My job, my career, the work that I do, things that I've accomplished. And when you get rid of all that, you're just yourself. You're just your bare self. And I was feeling insecure going into it, and I was able to fall in love with myself again through her lens.
I love that.
It was beautiful, and it was artistic, and it was nice to see myself in an artistic way without trying to send any message, sell any product.
Yep.
Just be art.
Yeah, I love that. I will say also, for those of you who may not know, Daniel's gone through his own metamorphosis. So when he says that it comes from a long story, you can watch any of our other episodes and learn about him. For me, I would say I am totally a perfectionist, and I love, perfection, or I would say excellence, right?
Yes.
That's one of the reasons why I do this work. But I'm very, very critical of my own body. And this has been a lifelong journey of acceptance, and to sit here and have felt as good as I felt doing them, and to see the pictures and put them out actually on public, right? And kind of be like, you know what? I would usually be more critical of this part or that part, but not having any editorial control, just giving that control up, and then seeing it and being like, you know what? You are a lovely man, you are a lovely human, and I love you.
Oh, that's
That
so
is a
beautiful.
good, healthy
Yeah.
thing to do, and that is, that's why I said I really do feel a sense of accomplishment and pride that I was willing to let go of control and give it to someone else and trust her to, we didn't see any of the pictures before now, but that felt really healthy, and I'm really glad I did it. And I think, I don't even know, I'll probably like 3 days from now be like, oh, here's what I realized. You know me, it takes me a while.
We'll get a text.
I love it. Gosh, I just think I'm constantly blown away by people who are willing to be vulnerable and show up And even in a place of feeling a little insecure or nervous, being like, I'm gonna just surrender. I'm gonna surrender and see what happens. I think watching you be really playful, bring costumes, and like tap into the play, but in an adult space kind of way, was really energizing. It was really fun to see that. It encouraged me to even be like, oh my gosh, I need to make sure I update and have some cool, fun things that are where I can go and find new places in myself. I
Yes.
loved seeing that. And then knowing how your whole story, and you're like, here I am at 46, dad, and I am out here living my best life. It's so fun, and I just had the best time. Thank y'all
Thank
so
you.
much.
Good. It
I
was a
love
great
all
time.
of this sentiment. Y'all are making me, one, want to go take some badass pictures of myself, and two,
Okay.
love myself. Not that I don't, but like there's always room to grow, as we see here on this at this wonderful table. So now that you've kind of had the moment to reflect on everything, what is your, I don't want to say mission, but what is your takeaway for the listeners today?
For me, it's definitely, I would recommend doing this. I'm not saying that because like I'm getting paid something or endorsement. Like I actually think this was extremely healthy. I might have actually done this beforehand. So meaning at a time in my life, like when I was 40, I really worked hard on my body. That time may come again. I might do it again at 50 because I'm almost halfway there, more than halfway there. And I think that's what I would recommend. This is great. Actually, hiring someone, it feels decadent. It is. I mean, if you have that kind of money, it is a special thing. But it definitely felt like a treat. But something that I'm not going to get from my therapist. I'm not going to get from taking photos on my own. Having a professional take the time with me really just felt good, and I just think I'd recommend it. If you haven't done it once, I think it's worthwhile. You live one time on this earth that we know of, so why not?
YOLO.
I recommended it already
Yeah.
Oh,
to
yeah.
my sisters, my whole
Yes.
the day of. Remember, okay, so I did see one photo the day
Okay.
of the photography. She showed me on her camera, and I took a shot.
Oh, I know, because we got it on our.
I took a photo.
Yeah.
And I sent it to my family, like my parents, everyone.
Oh, I love it.
And they're like, "What is that? Wow, your butt looks great." And
There you
I
go.
said, "Yes, I did this boudoir photo shoot. It's
Aw.
amazing. She does this for people that trying to fall in love with themselves. It's a healing process, and they're all into it. And I
That's
recommend."
amazing.
And they love it. Like they looked into it. They live in a different state,
Of
but it's something that they want to consider trying, even as a present, like a romantic present to their spouse.
My spouse could give me these pictures. I would
Love it.
not be upset, okay?
Yes, right?
Yeah.
Well, we really want to thank you all for listening. Today was a very special conversation. We're so great to have old faces here with the new. And we want to thank you. We want to tell you that we love you. We want to tell you and encourage you to love yourself. And we want to remind you to smile.
Yes.
Take care.
My dolls.